You are Gustavus Adolphus, King of Sweden, warrior, visionary. At 17 you took the throne of a fragile kingdom. Now Europe calls you the Lion of the North. You didn't earn that name with words. You earned it with cannon fire, battlefield brilliance, and by standing shoulder to shoulder with your men. This isn't just your story, it's your campaign. It's 1611. You're 17. Sweden is bleeding from wars on every border. Denmark to the west, Russia and Poland to the east. And inside your court, whispers say you're too young. But you don't hesitate. You reform your army. You organize the chaos. You standardize weapons, introduce conscription, and transform your ragtag soldiers into the most disciplined force in the north. Sweden won't survive by defending. You will make it dominate. You ride the icy trails of your fractured kingdom, village to village, fortress to fortress. You see the fear in the eyes of your people, fear that the old gods have abandoned them. And so you speak to them, not from a balcony, from horseback, from the mud. You promise something greater. You order fortresses rebuilt. You hand out rations personally. You watch every cannon tested. You don't just wear the crown, you carry it. You don't mimic the tired empires of Europe. You break the mold. Other kings rely on lumbering tertia formations, rigid blocks of men and pikes. You design something faster, smarter, deadlier. Your infantry drills day and night, taught to act on their own, to respond like muscle memory. Your cavalry doesn't wait for orders, it flows like water, striking where the enemy is weakest. You shrink your artillery. Instead of being chained to the rear, your cannons ride alongside the infantry. When others fire once per minute, yours fire 3. On the frozen fields of Ingria and the windswept coastlines of Livonia, your machine grinds forward. Russia falters, Poland watches in disbelief. Towns fall, ports surrender, and the Baltic bends to your flag. Enemy generals don't understand. One writes, "He fights as if he sees every move before it happens. His army does not march, it breathes." You oversee drills personally. You memorize terrain by heart. You demand your officers know the names of every man under their command. You turn soldiers into professionals, professionals into believers. Germany burns. Towns smolder, fields rot. Catholic armies led by the Habsburg Emperor crush Protestant resistance. The German princes look north and plead. You board your ship. The Baltic wind stings your face. Below deck, your men sharpen their blades in silence. When you land on German soil in 1630, you don't arrive as a guest. You arrive as a storm. Your first step is to win allies, not with words, but by action. You take fortress after fortress. Your army moves with terrifying speed. Your letters to German princes are short. March with us or fall without us. At Breitenfeld, you meet your greatest challenge. The sky churns with gunpowder, imperial drums thunder. You watch from horseback, your gloves stained with ink and sweat. The enemy attacks your center and finds nothing but steel and resolve. Your left flank bends but doesn't break. Then your cavalry sweeps in from the right. You order your men to pivot, right in the middle of the battlefield. The maneuver is unthinkable, but your soldiers do not hesitate. The enemy falters. In one breath, you crush them. An entire imperial army routed in a single afternoon. Protestant banners rise. Europe goes silent. You don't just win, you break a legend. You've liberated cities, rewritten strategy, and shaken the empire to its core. But your work isn't finished. The fog rolls in thick near Lutzen. Cold seeps through your gauntlets. You mount your white horse and tighten your cloak. You refuse to lead from the rear. You give one last order, then you ride. Around you, cavalry charge through the haze. Cannon fire flashes like lightning. Your breath hangs in the air. Then, the crack of a shot. Pain blooms in your shoulder. You keep riding. Another shot tears into your back. You grip the reins until your fingers fail you. You fall. Mud soaks your cloak. Hooves thunder past. Blood pools beneath your chest. They don't find your body for hours. When they do, your soldiers cry. Then they raise their swords and finish the fight in your name. The lion is silent, but the roar still echoes. Your death shakes the continent, but your legacy grips it. You changed how wars are fought. Your system of combined arms, artillery, infantry, cavalry working as one, becomes the foundation for modern military doctrine. Even Napoleon will study your campaigns. Even the future will remember. Under your shadow, Sweden thrives. The empire stretches across the Baltic. Your generals follow your blueprints for decades. You are written into scripture, into song, into military textbooks from Prussia to Paris. Gustavus Adolphus Day is born. November 6th. Every year, statues rise in squares. Your name becomes myth. And in quiet moments, on long winter nights, when war drums are still and the snows fall across northern Europe, some say they still see you, riding through the fog. You were the Lion of the North. And you didn't just fight in the storm, you were the storm.